Welcome back to Great Day St. Louis. We hear so much about weight loss, but it's never a one-size-fits-all approach. At PremierU, they look beyond the number on the scale and they work to find out what really fits each client's life and health goals. It's totally personalized, and I love that. We're excited to welcome back Heather Samudovsky with PremierU and also one of her clients, Jamie Hall. Ladies, so good to see you.
Good to see you, Laura.
So Heather, as I mentioned, when we talk about weight loss, so many of us are obsessed with the number on the scale. At PremierU, you go beyond that. How do you do that?
Absolutely. So the number on the scale is just one piece of our overall health. So we definitely look at things like muscle mass, visceral fat, which is typically stubborn fat around organs. It can lead to maybe fatty liver disease, heart disease, but also looking at labs, looking at vitamin levels, hormones, to get that full complex picture, really more a holistic look at health.
And I'm so glad you do that, because especially as women, I feel like we're inundated with information. Try this, try this, try this, try this. We do it, and then we determine nothing works for us. That's not the way we should be approaching this.
Absolutely.
And the numbers that you get from the labs really help customize the approach.
100%. We are not cookie cutter individuals at all. We all have different goals, and how we achieve those goals vary too. So we really focus on looking at root cause issues and helping with those lifestyle modifications too, to help each patient reach their patient-specific goals.
And someone who has had fantastic luck with this program is Jamie, who is joining us right now. What finally made you decide to take the step to stop putting yourself last?
Well, I think that it was my mental health more than anything. I found myself being a lot more not like me. I was frustrated easily. I felt like everybody always talks about hormones, and I'm at that age, and I was like, I can't even stand myself sometimes, and I'm usually a pretty nice person. And so I had gone and I had heard about PremierU and what they could do for hormones, and I set myself an appointment, and it was life-changing.
Jamie, you just spoke directly to every 30, 40, 50, and 60, 70, 80-year-old woman out there. I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Besides the physical changes you have felt, what else have you noticed in your life?
My energy levels way up. In a year, I've lost 30 pounds. It wasn't the reason that I went to PremierU. It was just an added bonus that I've got the weight loss. But it really made a difference that Heather really listened to all of my symptoms, and with the labs, she could pinpoint every single symptom that I had and what it was contributing to that with my labs, and made a goal for us where I wanted to be, and an easy way to continue to drive to that goal by taking baby steps.
Mm-hmm. And now, as we start this new back to school time, maybe now is the perfect time for you moms, especially out there, dads too, to put yourself first. Heather and Jamie, so good to see you. PremierU has a location in St. Louis, 2 locations on the Illinois side in Swansea and Marion. You can head to premierumed.com to book an appointment and to receive $150 off your first month of medical weight management. Guys?
Good talk. Good stuff.
Sure. Life-changing. Really.
Yeah.